This week on NBA 2K TV, we show you some behind-the-scenes bloopers,
I don't know if we're allowed to do that.
update you on Road to the Finals, vote on your most laughable plays of the season, and give you a chance to earn VC and 2K TV Interactive. Ready for some fun? Tune in now. This
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from San Antonio as the Spurs take it to the hardwood here at the AT&T Center. The Magic made a special trip here for one game back in Orlando for the next one.
Yeah, and this is a matchup that has not gone well for them. 0-2 on the season series. This is their last opportunity to get a little bit of redemption.
You know what, Greg? This team has an awful lot of pride, and getting swept would not sit well with them. I mean, I look for them to pull out everything, all the adjustments, all the tricks, to try to prevent that from happening.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Jennings out there with Oladipo. And it's Fournier in the small forward position.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Rebound by the Magic. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Now here is Aldridge. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Parker kicks to Duncan. They kick it out to Green. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Orlando with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Look at what they did in the fourth quarter. I mean, they just went to sleep. Totally non-committal basketball. They allowed the big comeback.
Don't discount, though, the effort from the other side because I just thought they took advantage of the opening once they got a little momentum.
Now here's Parker. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And that one's good. Parker.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now here's Green. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
He dishes it to Green. Here's Duncan. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Duncan's got his first 2 points of the night.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the third fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
Now, here's Mills. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Spurs working the ball around now. And the basket by Diop.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
Now, here is Martin. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Orlando shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Utah Jazz.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Oladipo dishes to Gordon. Fournier for 3. And it's Gordon missing. Anderson outside. And here's Mills for 3. And the shot is good.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs out in front, up 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, Hezonja's out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Watson. And it's Payton in at the point guard position.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
The Spurs making a switch here. Parker's checked in. The shot's good on the assist by West. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Payton against Green. Payton drives in. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Different look now for San Antonio. Duncan comes in for West, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Green. The Magic trail by 9. Payton drives in. Down low. Pass to Ilyasova. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
And Orlando making a change here. Oladipo's checked in. Parker kicks to Ginobili. To the inside. Clock at 4. Aldridge. Orlando grabs the miss. And Oladipo kicks to Ilyasova. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Payton. Here's Leonard. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And Oladipo kicks to Payton. Back to Oladipo. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And Ilyasova kicks to Oladipo. Here's Payton. Sinks the three-pointer. Payton's got 7.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Brandon Jennings is checked in for Payton. San Antonio leading by 3. Parker right side. Left side Leonard. Duncan outside. It's Parker with the drive. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. And stolen by Ilyasova. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. A different look now for San Antonio. Anderson, he's checked in for Aldridge. Martin comes in for Manu Ginobili. That's Mills in for Tony Parker. The Magic trailed by 3.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Spurs shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And the Spurs making a change here. Diaw's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Gordon comes in for Ilyasova. And Fournier subbed in for Hezonja. It's Jennings with the drive. Oladipo right side. That's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Fournier pass to Vucevic. It's stolen by Duncan. Passes it to Mills. It's stolen by Oladipo. And oh, here we go. Jennings with nobody back. And it's blocked. Duncan got it up. The shot no good. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. It's been quite a game for Elfrid Payton.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. It's been quite a game for Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the point guard. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Payton drives in. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. Spurs leading by 3. Aldridge dishes to Parker. Leonard attacking. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the line for him here. The first free throw is good.
At the line for your Spurs.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Oladipo outside. He kicks to Vucevic. Back to Oladipo. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Ginobili kicks to Leonard. And he dunks it down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And stolen by Payton. Oladipo against Ginobili. Payton passes to Oladipo. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. Soft touch off the glass. Fournier's got his second bucket tonight.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
And the Magic making a change here as Anya's checked in. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Now here's Parker. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys too.
There's the screen. Payton kicks to Gordon. There's a killer two-handed slam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And Parker, here we go. Spurs working the ball around now. The baseline J. The rebound by Hazanya. The Magic trailed by 5. For 3, Fournier. Rebounded by Manu Ginobili. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. And Orlando the other way now. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Feeds it to Fournier. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
All he needed right there was simply to set himself up and then relax and shoot the ball. He threw himself off balance for no reason. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Gordon with it. He's picked up by Parker. Here's Fournier. And he misses the go-ahead basket. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Parker, right side. Puts up a 3. No luck.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Leonard. The stupendous finish in traffic. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them in.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Hezonja. Oladipo is out there with Jennings. Then it's Ilyasova, and it's Dedmon in at the 5. Offensive rebound. Jennings kicks to Oladipo. Goes back up. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Oladipo's got the lead up to 2 now for the Magic.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Kicks to Ilyasova. From past the arc. Jennings can't get it to go. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator, but I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
That's good from Hezonja. Boris Diaz checked in for Kyle Anderson. And he makes both free throws. Spurs trail by 4. And Mills kicks it to West. It's stolen by Oladipo. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Jennings leading the charge.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, you can see they gave up a lot of points. Here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here, see if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
The feed now to Vucevic. Here's Fournier, covered by Miller. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. Tony Parker's checked in for San Antonio. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, Greg, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
So he gets them both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Green again. Oladipo. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Six to shoot. And again, it's Victor Oladipo. Oladipo's got the lead up to 6 now for the Magic.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Parker outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova.
That's his first personal foul. Timeout Spurs. And now,
San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter.
Coach can't be pleased with their inconsistency on the defensive glass. They've been caught taking pictures out there. They're watching, as opposed to getting in there and securing the orange.
The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Here's Leonard. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Clock at 6. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
There's the pass to Ilyasova. Off target with his 3.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Back to Oladipo. From deep. Good D by Parker. San Antonio with the ball. They trail by 6. Aldridge dishes to Diaw. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Again, the miss by Ginobili. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah,
Good game, yeah. Good game.
They can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
Yeah. You summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios. Connects. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That'll be his second foul of the game. "12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
San Antonio foul. Morris Diaw. That's his second.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 7. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's going to get them back in it.
Yeah, who knows what he's drawing up in there, maybe working on a play for down the road in another game, but whatever it is, it's too late for this one.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Oladipo. Ginobili, that's for 2. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. And so it's Orlando winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports pregame show. Hello. Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland. The game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing the shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he's always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that barbecue chicken down there. You can't guard this man one-on-one.
Well,
lick your fingers. The barbecue chicken is hot and crispy.
You're making me hungry right now, but...
Crispy barbecue chicken?
Ooh, I just can't wait. You make me hungry. Is it lunchtime?
Wow.
We got it some time. But, you know, he's not settling for any look either. This guy is very versatile. He'll take you inside, take you outside. He's the kind of player that seems like he's a step ahead, like mentally. Like he has this mental telepathy that goes on and goes. He knows what you're thinking before you think it, before the guy thought it was a thought.
Wow. It's like an extraordinary basketball IQ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a high basketball IQ, Shaq?
No, didn't need one, Ernie.
Why?
Because I had the ES.
What's that?
Elbow sandwiches.
Now I'm really hungry.
Elbow sandwiches
Let's
right
get
in your
it down
mouth.
to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The Cavaliers are out of Cleveland as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in tonight's contest. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And out of the lineup, Vucevic, they want him healthy.
Yeah, I hear you, Kevin, but really it's an issue for both teams in regards to the injury situation. So it's a matter of which team can rise up and show the fortitude necessary to play through the injuries and still come out on top.
And there's probably a lot of sympathy these teams have for one another. They're both going through it, if you will, at the same time.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Smith in at the small forward. Now, here is Irving. There's the pick. Love with the screen for Smith. It's a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
That's purely a hustle play there. Getting to the offensive glass for the tip in, well done.
And that's, a quality you see any strong offensive rebounder possess. And we saw it right there.
And guys, effort is also a talent. You've got to be willing to work if you want to make plays like that.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Here's Irving. Knocks it down from 7 feet. Here is Robinson. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Lakers.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. Matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
Now here is Harris. Releases from 15. The rebound by Kevin Love. Smith outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. Cleveland shooting their first free throws of this. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
2 shots.
Both free throws good for Irving.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Robinson kicks to Oladipo. Back to Robinson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Robinson's got 5 now.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Mozgov's shot is off.
That's a surprise. Really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Outside Gordon. There's the 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach David Blatt. After taking the first matchup with them, he wants his team to be even more assertive on the offensive end. He told me, I feel we can have our way on offense. Get them into matchups that they don't like and find points that way. It's what helped in our first meeting. Let's see if they can do it again here, guys.
Okay, Doris, thanks. So they'll be focusing first and foremost on their offense today, guys.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm sure they're not going to ignore their duties at the defensive end, but getting their offense rolling has to be a main concern.
And I think that's exactly the focus. I mean, if they operate as efficiently as they're capable of, defense really won't be as much of an issue because they'll have so many points on the board.
Here is Love. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. To the paint. Now the dish to Irving. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. And Kevin Love gets the 3. Love's got 5 points so far.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Outside Robinson. And the pass to Oladipo. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. Call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Irving against Robinson. Picked by Mozgov. Shumpert a screen on Robinson. Smith outside. Fires the 3. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Robinson goes in. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Pass to Shumpert. Kicks it out to Love. Buries the long-range jumper. Love's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Cavs. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
The Magic shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Ronald Sloan's checked in for Cleveland. He dishes it to Mozgov. Smith outside from about 16, and it's Smith again missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
To the left side wing. Back to Gordon. And Oladipo kicks to Robinson. Once again off the mark, Orlando. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Now Robinson, following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. Right side Robinson, down low, Dedmon. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Sloan kicks to Love. Lets it go with a 3. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc. Now taking a look at some stats for Smith. How his last 10 games have
those quick, strong mitts of his to rip the ball out of there.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Orlando. Elfrid Payton comes in for Victor Oladipo. Here's Harris. Good D by Thompson.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Good D by Peyton.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now, here is Robinson. He's got 7. Here's Sloan. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Sloan looking for his first basket still in this one. And yes, sir, that one drops.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now, here is Robinson. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. That shot wide open. Azania's got 5 now.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Out to Shumpert. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
The quick step back gave him just enough separation to get that one up.
The Magic trail by 5. Pass to Azania. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Robinson in at point guard. Aaron Gordon out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Oladipo in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Magic. Well, the Cavaliers shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Irving drives in. And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Fourth, the Magic.
This team takes smart three-point shots. That's one of the reasons, Kevin, they're amongst the league leaders in three-point percentage. They don't just hoist up crazy threes. They get quality looks from behind that arc.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Both good from the line that time. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Outside, Robinson. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Poked away. Irving with the steal. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers put on a show. He finished with 30 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Here's the screen. It's rebounded by Cleveland. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
Now here's Irving. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris, Irving drives in. Orlando grabs the miss. Harris has got his third rebound tonight. It's deflected and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Stolen by Robinson. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Robinson's got the ball. Offensive rebound. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Irving with it. His last outing, we saw 4 in 22.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Napier, he's checked in for Oladipo. Now, here is Robinson. He's got 11. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Robinson. He has 11 points and 2 steals. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
Not to mention just the overall fundamentals that he's put on display here today.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities. I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Orlando, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. There's a good screen. Here's Napier. Left side, Harris. Shoots from 12. Love grabs the board.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Robinson kicks to Fournier. Back to Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Kept alive. The second chance effort. Here's Harris. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Harris has got 7 points in the game. And the dunk by Love.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Orlando, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Napier passes to Robinson. Here's Dedmon. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Here's Napier. He's covered by Irving. Robinson misses.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Shumpert, no good. Magic have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Right side Robinson. Five to shoot. That one a little long.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Sloan in the corner from outside the arc. And it's Orlando with the rebound. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotations, and they paid a big price for it.
Hezonja, he's checked in for the Magic. And then for Cleveland, Anthony Bennett comes in for Kevin Love. And Smith subbed in for Donald Sloan.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass.
And the first half comes.
You guys had the lead after the first, but now find yourselves behind. What's the mindset of this team heading into the break?
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
So on the floor for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Smith in at the small forward. Love with a wide open look. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists here tonight.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team. Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Cleveland leading by 5. Shumpert dishes to Irving. About 1 minute played here in the second half. In the corner, Smith with it, all alone. And he drops that one in. Smith's got the lead up to 7 now for the Cavs. Magic shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. There's the pick. Robinson kicks to Harris. To the middle, Dedmon. Banked in off the glass.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Got a piece of it. Shumpert passes to Love. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And here is Robinson. 13 points in the game. He feeds it to Oladipo. Off target from outside.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Love, no good.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
That's good. And it's 9 points for Tobias Harris.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
Spacing. Their ability to score.
The point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the age we're living in right now. I mean, it's not uncommon to see a point guard lead his team in scoring, which used to be almost unheard of. And these guys here are all capable of carrying the scoring load for their team on
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Pia.
And a brief check now of the stats for Mozgov. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 8 points, just over 2 blocks, and 6 rebounds. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Shumpert with the steal. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on free.
Checking out the game J.R. Smith is having. 10 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Robinson goes in, feeds it to Harris. Another miss by Orlando.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Irving with it. Robinson picks him up. And that one's good, Shumpert.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Irving against Robinson. In the corner, it's Gordon. Outside Robinson. Clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And stolen by Love. Shumpert against Oladipo. Shumpert dishes to Irving. Passes to Love. Goes up on the block. Again, the Cavaliers score.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Robinson kicks to Oladipo. On the wing, Harris. The feed to Gordon. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 9 points for Aaron Gordon.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Shumpert against Oladipo. There's the screen. Outside Irving. And again, it's Cleveland. Now, here is Robinson. 15 points in the game. Harris setting the pick for Robinson. Dishes it to Dedmon. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Drains the three-pointer. Gordon's got 7 points for the quarter.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And that one's good. Love. The Magic trail by 9. Outside Robinson. Inside. Deflects the pass. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. And count. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw.
Hit. One shot.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Robinson, he's in at the point. Harris is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Oladipo. And it's Hezonja in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now Robinson. Harris outside. Down low. Shots good by Dedmon.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
The Cavaliers leading by 13. Smith kicks to Irving. Irving double team. It's tipped. It's stolen by Harris. Oh, and here comes. Oh!
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Irving with the ball. Robinson picks him up. Smith for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's Mozgov. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Outside Robinson. Inside, here's Harris. And that's collected by Love. Love's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Down low, here's Mozgov, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
The Cavaliers leading by 13. Outside jumper. He kicks to Smith. Three-pointer, and that is good.
And that tells you a lot about why the score is where it is. Lazy defense.
Harris passes to Robinson. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
The second half has it. Gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Shumpert to screen on Robinson. Intercepted. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up and finished off by Oladipo.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Picked by Mozgov. Fires for 3. Can't hit. And Orlando will come the other way.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
And there's the pass to Hazanya. Back to Robinson. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so here's Orlando. They trail by 14. Count that one.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He's got 21 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
So it's Orlando now. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Robinson dishes to Harris. Back to Robinson. Harris setting the pick for Robinson. 4 on the clock. Here's Dedmon. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 6 assists in the game. Cleveland leading by 11. And it's Smith missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Oladipo kicks to Dedmon. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. The Cavaliers shooting 57% in this 4th quarter. Near the 3-point line, it's Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit. For Orlando, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. And Oladipo kicks to Robinson. There's the dish to Dedmon. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Irving's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
That's his 4th personal foul. At the line.
First one falls for him. The Magic making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Oladipo hits them both.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Robinson against Irving. Love outside. Love with another miss. The Magic trail by 9. Harris, right side. And the shot is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Robinson with the block. They get it back. The Magic have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Kicks it to Dedmon. Back to Robinson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Robinson's got 21.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Irving against Robinson. Here's Mozgov. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Robinson goes in on the wing. Gordon. Pass to Harris. Robinson against Irving. Gordon with a screen on Irving to the inside. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Gordon. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Irving kicks to Shumpert. He dishes it to Mozgov. Cleveland moving the ball around, and Shumpert slams it in.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Robinson misses.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Irving passes to Mozgov. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And it's an 11-point Cavalier lead.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
And for the Magic, their shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Robinson goes in. Outside Gordon. It's Oladipo on the wing. Deep 2 from Robinson. Breaks a big height. Robinson goes in. Robinson's got 8 points in the quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Pass to Smith. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Dedmon's gone a nice 5 of 8 shooting from the floor. Robinson against Irving. It's deflected. And now Orlando on the break. There's the lob to the hoop.
Boy, you got to love it. Picture-perfect alley-oop.
A little surprised, though, Clark. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Counts for 2.
Yeah, it does. Almost makes it a little more special, though, when you can have a little bit of grace as opposed to just the full Monty with the power.
To the inside, Gordon. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And that's 18 points for Aaron Gordon. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Irving double team. It's stolen by Harris. Robinson drives in. He feeds it to Oladipo. Harris against Love. Here's Robinson. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Oh, man. What a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Smith kicks to Shumpert. And a wide open look for Irving. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
Right side, Gordon. Inside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
You look at what Harris has done so far. He's got 13 points. He's played the role of the pest.
We see the Cavaliers get the win here.
Thank you, Kit.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed.
He played the point with absolute precision tonight. 16 assists. Not an easy number to come by. You've got to be completely focused on the task.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the...
This week on NBA 2K TV, we show you some behind-the-scenes bloopers.
I don't know if we're allowed to do that.
Update you on road to the finals. Vote on your most laughable plays of the season. And give you a chance to earn VC and 2K TV Interactive. Ready for some fun? Tune in now. This week on NBA 2K TV, we show you some behind-the-scenes bloopers,
I don't know if we're allowed to do that.
update you on road to the finals, vote on your most laughable plays of the season, and give you a chance to earn VC and 2K TV Interactive. Ready for some fun? Tune in now. This week on NBA 2K TV, we show you some behind-the-scenes bloopers,
I don't know if we're allowed to do that.
update you on road to the finals, vote on your most laughable plays of the season, and give you a chance to earn VC and 2K TV Interactive. Ready for some fun? Tune in now. This week on NBA 2K TV, we show you some behind-the-scenes bloopers,
I don't know if we're allowed to do that.
update you on road to the finals, vote on your most laughable plays of the season, and give you a chance to earn VC and 2K TV Interactive. Ready for some fun? Tune in now.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Houston Rockets. Looking at Houston, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And guys, still some time left till tip-off. Let's talk scoring. Kenny, how did you look to establish yourself at that end of the floor, and when did you know you were in for a big night?
Well, for me, it was just about getting the basketball in the right areas of the floor, either off the dribble or off the pass. So if I knew if I got to certain areas of the floor, I was going to be able to score and have a big night. The defense tried to dictate that, but you have to try to dictate it and overpower that mentally.
Well, I wanted to go out and average 28-10. So 28 divided by 4 quarters, 7 points a quarter. My goal was to be on the attack, try to get to the rim every time, hit as many free throws as I could. And if I had double digits after the first quarter, it's over. The diesel will come. It smells blood.
So just 7 points a quarter. That's all you were looking for.
Yes.
And how many rebounds per quarter were you looking for?
4.
But that gives you 16 rebounds instead of 10.
I smell blood, Ernie.
I'm going to change the subject. That's it for now. Thanks for tuning in.
Shack it up.
Leave me alone. Hands off. Kenny, help.
Help!
Just a great look at the metropolis. That is Houston, Texas. We're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. It's what you've been waiting for. 2K Sports and the NBA present our Wednesday afternoon affair. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Tip-off goes to Charlotte. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Zeller. Batuma's out there with Marvin Williams. Then it's Lee, and it's Walker in at the 1. Now here's Walker. Right side, Lee. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And guys, Courtney Lee, now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
Again, the miss by Lee.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Now, here's Howard. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Well, Dwight Howard had that back surgery, and he's had knee trouble, and he is no longer quite as dominant, Clark, as a player we saw back in certainly his younger days in Orlando.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Kevin, he's still in the conversation for best centers in the NBA. I think he remains a superstar big man when he's healthy.
Zeller, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And you remember back in Orlando, Dwight Howard, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, not to mention a slam dunk title. He's lost some of that lift, but still has more than just about any other center in our league.
The Hornets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The first one falls.
And Howard missing a lot of time last season with various knee issues. He's taken his training and conditioning regimen to a new level, it looks like, to kind of preserve his body for the long haul.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You know, and for Cody Zeller, after that promising rookie campaign, he just did not tear it up in year 2. In fact, his production only improved slightly. But that was mostly due to the increase in playing time. Talented guy.